Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. So when you're done with that foam roller, we're going to come to the center. We're going to start in a quadruped position. So our shoulders are stacked over our hands, hips over the knees, and we're just going to rock over the hands, opening up through the wrist and forearms. Thank you, Freya. Get out of here. We're then going to rotate the hands so the fingertips point in towards the knees. Planting the palms, maybe that's enough of a stretch for you. If you want to deepen that, you can rock back from it. We're going to shake it out and bring the hands back forward. You're going to thread the needle. The right arm reaches underneath the left, bringing the shoulder and the ear to the ground, pausing for a breath. And then switching sides, left arm reaches under the right. One more time on each side. And then coming back up to center, we're going to do scapular circles. We'll do 5 moving backwards and 5 coming forward. Starting from a flat back, you're packing the shoulders, pushing those shoulder blades down towards the waist. Pull them up and together, around to the ears and apart. Trying to get as much space in the scapula as you can. We're going to sit up. We'll sit back on our heels, or you can sit with your legs crossed, whatever is more comfortable. But we're going to take our right hand and reach it in between the shoulder blades. Left hand grabs your head and gently pulls it in front of the left shoulder. You're aiming to feel that through the side of the back of your neck there. And then we'll switch sides. Left hand reaches between the shoulder blades and the right hand gently pulls the head in front of the right shoulder. Okay. We'll take our right hand and wrap it around our back, palm facing out. Left hand grabs the head and gently pulls it geared right over to the shoulder. And then switch sides, left arm around the back, and the right hand pulls the head, right ear to shoulder. And we're going to bring our legs out in front of us. And we're going to cross our right ankle over the left knee, and we're going to turn into the right side. You can use your elbow against the knee to help you turn just a little bit further. Remember to breathe in it. So even while you're twisting, you want your ribs to be able to expand with your breath. And then switch sides. Left foot over the right knee and turning to the left. All right, back to center, and we're going to do some wrist circles before we come back onto our hands. So our fingers are clasped, and we're just circling them around to one side and then reversing it. All right, and then we will come back into a quadruped position. Your shoulders are over the hands, hips over the knees, and we're going to step our right foot forward outside of the right hand. And the right elbow comes down towards the heel. On each exhale, you're aiming to get that elbow just a little bit further down. And we're going to take our right hand behind the right ear, turn the right elbow in, and then rotate it out 5 times. All right, after 5 T-spine rotations, we're going to sit up in this half kneeling position, pressing the hips forward. We're really thinking about pushing that left hip forward, feeling that through the left hip flexors and down into the quads. Just going to rock forward a few times here, squeezing the glutes as you come forward. Then we're going to extend our arms to the side. Right hand facing up, left hand is facing down. You're going to lean into that up-facing palm and then rotate the hands and lean into the other side. So we're twisting through the shoulders as we come out to each side, 5 times on each side. We'll then plant the hands inside the foot, stepping the right foot back, the left foot comes forward, and the left elbow comes down towards the heel. And then left hand behind the ear, turning that elbow in towards the other, and then rotating out 5 times. All right, after those 5 T-spine rotations, we're going to sit up into our half kneeling position. Now our right knee's on the ground, our left knee is up, and we're pressing the hips forward, really focusing on the right hip now, squeezing the glutes as you rock forward, and then releasing it as you lean back. Just rocking forward a few times here. And then we're going to take both arms overhead, and we're going to lean back with it. Thinking about pulling your shoulders down out of your ears, reaching your arms back as far as you can. Still breathing. And then coming back to center. We're going to plant the hands. And we're going to step the feet back into a plank. Shoulders are over the hands, hips are down, glutes are on, and our feet are hip-width apart. We're going to press through our hands, hips come high into a down dog. You can step your feet in just a little bit. We're pressing our heels into the ground. We're going to touch right hand to left ankle, and then back, and then left hand to right ankle. One more time on each side. We're then planting both hands again, and then we're lifting our right leg straight out behind us into a 3-legged dog. We're going to shift forward, bringing your right knee to left elbow. Tuck the chin, round the back, and hold it. And then come back up to your 3-legged dog. Right knee to right elbow. Tuck the chin, round the back, and hold it. And back up to your 3-legged dog. And then right foot outside of the right hand, long, low lunge. Pressing your hips down into it, extend your right arm straight out in front of you. You're actively reaching through your fingertips as you make a big, deliberate arm circle here. 3 circles. And then we're stepping back to a plank. Pressing through the hands back into a down dog. Hips are high, heels to the ground. And then we're lifting our left leg, Straight out behind us, right heel is planted. Shifting forward, left knee to right elbow, tuck the chin, round the back and hold it. And back up to a three-legged dog. Left knee to left elbow. Tucking the chin, holding it. And back up. And then left foot outside of the left hand. Long, low lunge. Extending the left arm straight out in front of you, reaching through the fingertips for 3 arm circles. Planting the left hand and step the left foot back to a plank. Big breath in, and on the exhale, you're going to slowly lower yourself to the ground. Untucking the toes and extending the arms overhead. We're going to do a series of eyes, Y's, and T's to warm up the shoulders. So starting with eyes. Your arms are extended straight overhead. Palms are facing in with the thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling. Your chest is just slightly lifted here. And pulsing through the shoulders, you're going to come up 10 times. All right, after 10 eyes, we're going to widen the hands into a Y position. Palms are still facing forward, thumbs pointing up, and pulsing through the shoulders 10 times. And then bringing the arms straight out from your side, palms face forward, thumbs point up, and pulling those shoulder blades together as you pulse up 10 times. Right. After 10 T's, we're going to pull our right arm in close to the side. Your left hand extends straight out from the shoulder. Kick that right foot up and over. Pause for a breath. And then switch sides. Your right arm extends, and the left foot kicks up and over. And then we're back to center with the arms extended overhead for 2 snow angels. Our arms are extended, and we're going to swim those arms around to the side, flipping them palms up, crossing the hands behind your back, left wrist over right. Big breath in into a back extension. Another inhale, coming up a little bit further. And then releasing your chest to the ground, releasing your hands, swimming them back around to overhead. And then again, we're swimming the arms around to the side, flipping them palm side up, crossing the right wrist over the left this time. Inhale into a back extension. Inhale a little bit further. And then exhale, releasing your chest to the ground. Releasing your wrists, swimming the hands back around. The hands come outside the shoulders. We're retucking the toes, and we're going to press it up into a plank. Pausing for our breath in our plank. We're going to put our weight into our right hand. Rotate to the side for a side plank. Back to center. And then switching your weight to your left hand. Rotate to the other side. Whew. And that's it for our warm-up. So today we are focusing on upper body strength. We're going to start out with 5 straight sets of single arm overhead press. We're going to do this in a half kneeling position. So grabbing a single weight or a band, you can anchor the band underneath your forward foot. Our chest is up, we're pushing our hips forward, and we're starting with the weight at our shoulder. You can have your hand facing in towards the center of your body, or you can have it facing away from you. Whichever way feels better on your shoulder. You're going to do between 6 and 12 reps. pressing straight up. So we're locking out the elbow at the top, all the way back down to your shoulder and back up. So we're not like just coming down to our ears. That's not what's happening. A minimum of 6, up to 12 on one side and then on the other. If you know which arm is stronger than the other one, don't start with that one. Start with the weaker arm. And if you can only get 8 reps on that arm, you do 8 reps on the stronger arm. Any questions or modifications needed? All right. So we're going to start our first set. The same knee that's down on the ground is the side that's pressing. Go, nice work. Nice work on that breathing. All right, we're going to rest for about a minute here. That was one set. We have 4 more to go. So with this, if you have more weight that you can add to it, you can add weight as you progress into your sets, or you can add more reps. In finding creative ways of adding weight to my lifts, I went to Lowe's yesterday and purchased 300 pounds of sand. Wow. It's going to be great. Maybe I'll get my 300-pound deadlift. See. All right, we're going to go into our second set now. Work. All right, we're resting again. Giving those arms a break. Right, we're going to set up for our third set. If you feel like you need a little bit more rest, then take a little bit more rest. And if you're not sure what that means, if you do your next set and you don't get as many reps as you did on the last one, rest a little bit longer the next time. Nice. So that was 3. We have just 2 more sets to go here. It is definitely harder as the day has gotten hotter. All right, we're resting here. We're going to rest for another 15 seconds or so. All right, when you're ready, we're going to start our 4th set. Oh, great job. It's so hard to rest doing upper body strength. Because my heart rate's down, I feel like I should be ready to go. So we'll start again in just about 15 seconds here. We're just setting up for this last set. Nice work. Those reps look great. All right. So that was the end of our first straight set, single arm overhead press. Next up, we have a circuit. We're going to use a band and maybe some dumbbells or kettlebells for this. But we are going to do a floor press. So if you have a pair of dumbbells, grab those. You can also do this with your band behind your back, pressing it up like you would the dumbbell. If you only have light dumbbells, you can wrap this band around the handles of your dumbbells for more resistance. Just fair warning, it makes it a lot harder. But so we're going to start with the weights at our shoulders, and then we're lying back, pressing the weights to full extension. At the bottom, pull your shoulder blades in together. That'll pop your chest up some, creating an arch in your back. You're squeezing your glutes as you turn your elbows in. You want your arms to come down at a 45-degree angle. When your triceps hit the ground, press back up and exhale while keeping those shoulder blades together. We're going to do 8 reps there. And then grabbing a super band, we're going to loop it around our feet for 8 horizontal rows. Chest up and shoulders back. Your palms are facing up and you're rowing it into your belly button 8 times. And then we'll come to standing for an upright row. You could do this with a band or with a single weight. Your hands are in front of the thighs, keeping your hips in under your ribs and squeezing your glutes. You're pulling with the elbows, so keep those elbows high. 8 reps of everything, and we're going to do it 4 times through with a minute of rest in between. Any questions or modifications? All right. So we'll start with our floor press. Then we have our seated horizontal row. Then our standing upright row. Nice. That is 1. for a minute here. And then maybe on this next set, I'm going to add some weight to that floor press. Go for it. Going to attempt to add a band to it. We'll see what happens. Right, we're going to set up to start our second set here. It is warm out. All right. Setting up the band is a lot more fun than setting up just dumbbells. There we go. Really thinking about pinching those shoulder blades together as you row back in this horizontal row. So that was 2. It's funny, I left Portland and it was like cold and raining. Then I was in Montana and Wyoming. It was cold, raining, and snowing. Then I came home and it's so hot. I want my January back. All right, we'll give it another 10 seconds here. And then set up for our third set. So if you are using bands with those dumbbells, I find the key is really making sure like you have the placement of the band right. Otherwise it just kills your hands. All right. knees. All right. Gonna rest, and then we're gonna do this one more time before our last circuit. Right. One more sip of water, and then we'll get to this last set. Remember to finish strong. We want to finish on a good rep. All right, so that is it for the second circuit. For our last circuit, we are going to do curls, tricep extension, and a side plank reach through. So the curls, we can use a barbell, dumbbells, or a band by standing on the band. We're aiming to do this with our hands facing out, curling up to the shoulders, stopping at the thighs, so there's no swing back at the bottom. If this bothers your elbow, then turn your hands in. We're doing 10 reps. And then we have 10 overhead tricep extensions, keeping your arms in close to your ears. You're coming down, touching behind your neck. 10 reps. Then we have a side plank reach through, which we have a few variations here. We can do this as a bridge with the bottom knee down. We can do it in a staggered stance with the top foot out in front of the bottom. Or you can do this with the feet stacked. I guess if you're really feeling it, you can pick that right leg up. I don't know. I won't be doing that, but you can if you want. So we're pushing our hips forward, pushing our head back. Our hand is extended, and we're going to reach to the hip and then back up. 5 times. And then you're going to switch sides for 5 on the other. You can do this holding a light weight in your hand, reaching it to the hip and then back up. It very much changes your balance in it. We're going to do this 3 times. So we're going to start with our curls. Squeezing the glutes. Exhaling at the top. 5 on each side on this side plank. Whew. And then we'll rest. So that was 1. We're just going to do this 2 more times. It's always so funny when I'm like, oh my God, this workout is so hard. And then I look over and Freya is just asleep next to me. That's fine. She's like totally unimpressed. Like, this is boring. All right. We're going to set up for the second set. Just one more time through here. So we're going to rest. All right. When you're ready, we're going to go for this last one. All right, we got this home stretch. Awesome. Nice, great job.